All right. So, first of all, who is Euler? Who is Euler? Do you guys know who's Euler? Euler? You can find out? Sure. Can you find out? He's not Russian. Yeah, he died. He died in Russia?
In St. Petersburg, Russia.
Oh, but he's not Russian, right? Okay. All right, so Euler, it start with Euler's number. Um, he's like so Euler's number is like actually the one of the most important number in the world. Those of you guys know, anybody know Euler's formula? Have you heard of Euler's formula before? Marcos, you know?
I've heard the name.
Okay. Marco doesn't know. Okay, can you name me 5 most special number in the world?
My birthday.
Pi, good. Pi is 1. What's another one? E, good. Euler's number. Those are irrational one. So 3 more number. No. Pi is good. The other 2 is very obvious.
0.
0, good.
1.
1. Okay, so Euler was able to figure out, use those 5 different special number and to form an equation out of it.
Oh, I think I actually do know this. That's all Instagram reel of it.
Oh, actually, yeah, the stick one, the stick figure one,
I don't know. I think so, yeah.
stick figure one.
I think I saw that.
The sticky figure one is awesome.
And it's like
It's
mine.
actually it's actually phenomenal. Shall we show you that one?
Yeah, yeah.
Green, blue, one brown.
Let's show it.
Huh?
I've seen it.
You should show it.
Never-
Okay, I'll just show you. The stick figure one. They are the best.
Shay got so excited.
Where? What?
Oh, wait, it's Superman? Oh, that's me.
My Avengers and Superman Club. Me and you together.
Uh,
Shay, what are you watching?
no idea. Stick figure.
I wasn't even seeing that.
No, it's lowest point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was lowest.
You guys never seen this? My son showed me.
Cash track. Cash tracking.
What?
Huh?
Yeah, actually, holy shit.
It's cool. My son
No, it's
showed
really
me.
cool.
My son showed me. Hopefully you understand, like,
How big are you?
huh? What do you guys think? The problem is you guys don't have me for pre-calc, because if you have me for pre-calc, I'll go through the sys functions. The sys function, which is we can deal with those eyes, and I taught it. I didn't have to teach it in pre-calc, but I taught it. And the girl Ananda Santos went to MIT. She sent me, I think she sent me a message like last year. She said, yeah, we actually use what you teach at pre-calc in the quantum physics. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks a lot. That made me feel a lot better. You know, ended up like she was the only person that ever used it. Of all the time I have teach, that she's the only person that had to deal with e to the I pi. And actually, all her homework was all based on this Euler's formulas, and it was a very impressive. And I can barely understand like 1% of it when she's showing me. So, but yeah, so it's not something you're gonna use all the time. Yeah, but anyway, so that's some. And my son showed me this, like, Dad, you would be interesting in this one. I was like, okay.
Which one, your younger son? You're like, finally, it's so good.
Okay, so let's go back to Euler. So the Euler is 100% will be tested on AP exam, and will be something like commonly used. And and your homework is based on this one here, and I'm gonna show you how to do one of them. So so remember the last part of the worksheet says Euler's formula. This is the part that you'll be using. So you want to figure out using how do I use those things to figure out what is y to the 1. So let's just talk about the first part. So this is the equation, and we say, hey, we have a dy dx. We have a differential equation, dy dx equal to x plus 2. And the y of 0 is equal to 3. And so what we're gonna do is Euler's math approximation is actually honestly just an equation tangent line. We already done equation tangent line before, but this is the only thing that we had to use a little bit different. They say, well, find an approximation of y1. So we want to see what is y1 is, and use Euler's method with the 2 equal steps. What does it mean, 2 equal steps? And I want you to sketch the solution. Now, this is the only part that we're going to go through. The rest of the part you can use to figure out what happened. So we want to use y0 is equal to 3. So obviously we're going to draw this. Wait, hold on a second. I don't know how to change template, but anyway, let's try it. So we're going to use this. We're going to say, well, 0, 3. Yeah, of course. 0, 3 is here. So obviously, this is going to be some type of, we don't know what the original equation looked like. We don't know what does the y look like. And but we can use the approximation to get there. To approximate what is the original equation look like. So of course you can take integral, but just right now we just want to deal with only approximation. So we say dy dx is equal to x plus 2, and we say 2 steps. So between 0 to 1, if you break up 2 steps, what would it be? .5. Yeah. So you want to start with 0.5. You're gonna say 0. You're gonna go from 0 to 0.5 and going from 0.5 to 1. Is that okay? Okay. So what happened is, then you can just plug in this initial condition in there, and what you're gonna get, dy dx is equal to 0 plus 2, which is 2. Does that make sense? So you're gonna have some type of slope of equation tangent line of 2. So 2 is gonna be roughly look like this. So equation tangent line of 2. And this is a 1. Is that okay? Then we're gonna use y minus y1 equal to m times x minus x1. What will be here? Y minus 3 is equal to what? 2 times x minus 0, right? So y equal to 2x minus 3. Or plus 3, I can add. Okay, so now we're gonna, since the steps, the delta x is what? Is 1 minus 0 to the half, because they are 2 steps, so it's 1/2. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna plug in 1/2 in here. So 1/2, so that's equal to what? 1/2 times 2, so that's 4, right? So when x is equal to 4, y is also equal to 4. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Oh, x equal to half, sorry. And then that's gonna be half. So this is a coordinate 1/2 and 4. So 1/2 is gonna be roughly at 4 here. But the problem is slope changes. If you got to a new point, slope remodify. Does that make sense? Because you have a new coordinates right here. Now you want to apply this back in here. And you say dy dx is equal to, this is a 1/2 plus 2. So that's equal to 5/2 when the half here and 4th here. Is that okay? So now we're gonna use equation tangent line, but what will be the new points? It's no longer 0, 3 anymore. What is the new point? Because we base on the new steps. So we base on the new points. What will be the new point?
New point would be 1.
No, the new point is not 1.
What?
What is it? 1/2 4, because we're gonna use that 1/2 4 to approximate your next step.
Which is 1.
Yeah, so then you say, okay, well, when y minus 4 is equal to 5/2 times x minus 1/2. Is that okay? Now we're gonna go to the next approximation, which is we want to figure out what the f(1) is. What's the f(1)? We're just basically plugging 1, right? So 5/2 times 1 minus half is gonna be half. And the y is equal to 5/4 plus 4, which is equal to what?
21/4?
It's 21/4. So therefore, the new approximation of y1 is equal to roughly 21/4. Is that exact? Not necessary. But this is a good approximation if I start with differential equation. Does that make sense?
So you're using the previous tangent line to estimate the next point, basically.
Yeah. So depend on how many steps you want. You want to be more accurate? Guess what? Just do more steps.
Wait, so what if you don't pick 1/2? If you pick like a closer number to 1, would that give you a better approximation?
No, a better approximation is you do more steps.
So how would
So
what would be
you
the
do it
next step?
4 times
Yeah,
with
do it like-
point with one.
Yeah, do it 4 times. So you do 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. Every 1/4 is to generate a new tangent line. It's based on the approximation. Does that make sense? So think about like if you have a rocket go into the orbit, your payload is decreasing, right? So it's changing. It's constantly changing. Your slope is going to be constantly changing.
So if we did 1/10 instead of 1/2, I'd have to do this 10 times.
Yep.
Okay. Then
Yep. And that's it.
But you're doing it too because it says to do it.
so
They will usually ask you to do it in 2.
this number matter? E to the I.
Oh, e to the iPad just tell you the Euler's number, and just introduce you Euler.
Just fits.
Yeah, e to the iPad we're gonna explain at end of the Taylor series, but we're not gonna explain now. But e is just explain that this is the Euler come up use a differential equation to approximate something, and nobody thought it's useful. Apparently, the producer from Hidden Figure thought it was useful. Maybe you can use that to approximate how to do something. Is that okay?
Yes.
And that's the only thing. There you go. That's your worksheet. You can try 3. You can try 3 if you want. And that's it. It's basically just equation tangent line.
You mean do the same problem in 2 steps?
Yeah. Now you gotta be careful. I can also approximate y of 1 for 3. So you can also go backward, but the problem the step is going to be negative half. Do you see what I'm saying?
Wait, repeat what you.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see this question 3, right? Right here?
Mm-hmm.
The curve occur through 2, 0. That's the initial conditions, right?
Yeah.
And dy dx is a 4x plus y. Find out approximate used to y to the 3. That means 2 steps. So the first step is going to be go into 2.5, and next is going to be 3. But I can also ask you approximate y to the 1. The problem with that, the step is going to be negative half of x. You're going to go back.
Right.
So you have to be careful. Sometimes it depends on the question. The question can word it a little bit different, and you have to figure out how to do it. So let's try to figure out if you can figure out step 3. I'm sorry to actually I thought it was like just I kind of waste like 20 minutes to show you that video, but I thought it was kind of fun.
No, it's fun. Definitely. It was definitely fun.
Good. It didn't make much sense.
It didn't make sense.
No, you will find out it actually make a lot of sense. And when we go to the end of the Taylor series.
Okay.
Euler at first didn't believe he didn't believe negative number existed. Is that crazy?
Why didn't he believe it existed?
I don't know. That's what I heard from other people.
That word on the street.
Huh?
That word on the street.
Yeah. Actually, Chinese people for a long time they didn't believe negative number existed.
Why?
Oh well, for like
not?
almost 2,000 years.
Why?
The first person that believed in negative number is your ancestor, Marcos.
Marcos?
Is your ancestor?
No, Zane's ancestors, the Arabics.
No, it's Mayans.
Oh yeah, the Mayans. Yes.
Mayans are the first people to believe in negative numbers.
How do you prove a negative number exists?
Yeah, it's really hard. Like for example, you have one apple, and if you take away two apple, what's a negative apple look like, right?
But then that means you just have 0 apples.
Yeah, so it definitely does not.
Yes, exactly.
So that's
You prove. Oh, you prove.
Oh,
yeah, but the idea of that, the force that you're solving for, it's not
If I have
making.
$10 in my bank account and I spend 20,
Yeah.
what's it look like?
No, you're gonna check your app on the phone.
Exactly. It's -10. Look, my ass is in
Plus the
debt.
late fee. Plus the, what's it called? Like, what kind of fee is that? When you overdraft fee. Negative 45.
Yeah.
These people who just come to your house and you owe them money.
Yeah. Some guy with a big baseball bat who's looking those menacingly at your kneecaps.
Yeah,
The first
It
one.
would be a shame. Well, I just did like.
Equal to 8.
So this question is 100% on BC exam, and maybe two of them, maybe two questions. One it's easy, it's so easy that anybody can do it.
It's really tedious. Like, isn't it like objectively just? It's easier.
Oh, yeah.
to just use an integral.
I didn't use the integral.
You would. It would be easier and more accurate to just use an integral to find the point.
that's why I said before we did it.
Now, what if something you're not able to take an integral?
Oh, actually, how would you do that? I'm stupid.
Okay, so David says, yeah, what if I just if it's easier to take integral? But the problem is if you look at question 3, it's not possible for you to take integral.
I was looking at question 1 where it was possible.
Question 1 is working, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can actually draw it. You can actually see at one half point here, and you can draw a different slope and using different approximations. So technically, hold on, let me see if I can do that. I can go to this point and draw a slope of 5/2. So 5/2 is gonna be a little bit deeper slope. So this is gonna be here. Like to approximate this point right here, right? So you basically draw it twice. You go to half and you draw again and use the second point to draw this next one. Did you guys got it?
It's like 13 on the 2.
I don't know. Question 3 is no. It's not 13/2. According to here is 8.25. According to here is 8.25. Did anybody got 8.25?
No. I got 11.
11?
They say 8.25. Did you base on new x and y coordinates? And you base on new x, new slope to approximate 1, to approximate 3? Okay, let's try it. I didn't know, I didn't do it, so. Dy dx is equal to 4x plus y. Now, this is 2, so it's 8 plus 0. So dy dx is equal to 0. So it'll be y minus 0 equal to 8 times x minus what? 2. And then we are using 2.5. So 2.5 is 8 times 0.5 is what? It's 4. 2.5. If you plug in 2.5, is 0.5, right? And then that's gonna be y. Now I have to plug in 4 into the 4. I have to get so this one is gonna be at 5/2 and 4. And what is dy dx here? If you got 4 times 5/2, 4 times 5/2 is what? 4 times 5/2? That's equal to what? 10 plus 4, so it's 14. So y minus 4 equal to 14 times x minus 5/2. And we're gonna plug in 3, so it's 1/4 times y minus 4. This one is gonna be half. So 7 plus 11, yeah, is 14. So this is the new x value. Is that okay? See if I can pick a different one.
So is that first page of homework?
No, I'm gonna give you this your homework. This is just a practice. Okay, try 5. Oh, yeah, 1 minute. Okay.
Here, you have homework right now? Yeah, drop it.
I'll put on a go chat. 2.5 because you went from 2 to 3. So in 2 steps, the first step is gonna be 2.5.
Very small, wouldn't you get like almost the exact answer? Like, wouldn't it be a lot of
Yeah. It would be. The problem is like what we say, when x plus 2 is integrable. But if you have 4x plus y, it's not able to integrate because you're not able to separation of variables. So it doesn't work.
Tell me that your dad like didn't know like Lebanese food.
Yeah, I'll get to
Yeah, well.
I'm blaming it on so I have I looked at averages. I took it and there I'm confused as to how to find what you can find one set of yeah, I know that. One plug. So I just plug in 0. So 0 negative 2 is yeah, that's 0.
Oh my god, I have my vision tomorrow.
You know it's probably the graph.
I'll say it in seminar.
Yeah, over should be not good. He will say that it was fine here, that's probably the yeah. So I have to know exactly where it's water. Then I have to zoom out. Probably like
really
once you got the speed set.
No, but like, it's just like, why can't I not be like her?
I feel like that's probably
She's literally my
like not like
girl. Oh wait, yeah, she's wait. That's the one for. Why can't I not?
Brian actually had a dream about you yesterday.
Make sure you tell Brian he's pretty.
No, the funny thing it was I dreamed that Brian dressed up as a girl.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Maybe let's go.
I was talking to your friend. I was like, wait, she looked familiar. And I was like, that the whole time I was like, she looks familiar. I'm like, who the hell is she? Like, and then eventually I figured out, I said, I got it. Is Brian? And it was like exact same face but long hair. And I couldn't figure out who is that? Because huh?
In your class.
Yeah, something like in the class, and I was like, I never met this person before, but I know. And then that was Brian dressed as a girl.
I'm not transitioning.
No, I swear, this is actually last night, and I was like, I told you today when you come in, you were here. I was like, huh. No, I was like, I can't. I was told I think one of either Tunisia or somebody. I was like, man, I know this person. And I couldn't figure out who is it. For like 5 minutes later, I finally figured out.
Daniel, mean values here. I take the derivative and say equal.
Okay, well,
No.
You said it equal to
it's the F of it's the
A
it's
minus half
P
of A.
of B minus B over B minus. Okay, so set the derivative. And then for roll value, you just set it.
Then you're talking about. Then you're thinking about critical.
Yeah, you think. But no, for roll value, you do.
Oh, it's not. Okay, he said that.
1 minute remaining until class. Excited to be back.
I'm excited to actually start. Now we're finally doing this. Yes. So we can see. Oh, there.
I'd say, Daniel, I thought it equal to the number I got.
For FB minus, for me, right? The FB minus F of A all over B minus A equals F prime.
Okay, so then like if my f of x is this, I say equal to the number.
Equal.
Catch.
Go for F1 equals
Draw it out.
So 3 equals 3x squared. Squared equals
Yeah, 3 equals.
It's probably had to be quadratic formula.
What do you guys? No, I think that's right.
I don't think it.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I think so.
Three equals minus equals 3, yeah.
So find the value of t.
Hey guys.
Oh, I didn't want to expect that.
Are you going to practice it?
Yeah, I'm talking to the young. It's hard. Just a worksheet. Let me see it.
It's all like we do. Yeah, it's
I need it.
Not what?
Need it, but you don't.
Maybe they're gonna call me weak.
Oh yeah, I thought it was
I would. I would.
I'll show you.
cool.
Yeah, I mean, they're not passing calculus. It's actually
It's
really interesting because what's a good one?
Callie, can I airdrop to you?
Euler's method.
And we're
Like a baker or a
Huh?
Hell no, I'm gonna be right.
We're gonna watch an interesting video.
I do have the bakery to see what like literally everything is just. Dude, that's pretty exact, right?
No. there-
I gotta yell at you. Is it hard? That's when you go in. Not even.
That's a problem for me.
Okay, so Euler's method is super easy. So yeah, I will watch 2 videos last period. One is pretty interesting. Is my son showed me, and I figure I had to show you guys. Huh? Yeah. He's like, Dad. I mean, you guys probably seen it too. It's about this stick figure. No? Then you gotta see it. It's pretty cool.
You looking for me? You can tell me different things. No, you're looking? Oh, you can figure out. Yeah, look. Then this is the thing, factor on TX. Oh, yeah. Isn't
What's your
that
favorite?
is actually really good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't realize where.
Huh?
What about you?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's good.
I'm so tired though.
They factor that.
Yeah. I think I got the most of that guy and I just hear.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah.
I'm so tired.
Then.
That's real.
I was looking for that like 5 the night before, so that's probably
Yeah. Kind of messed with my sleep schedule.
All right, so
I'm playing Fortnite every single night.
You're not supposed to.
Not
No, he was literally
At like 6 a.m., bro.
he went to bed at like 6:30 playing Fortnite.